Greetings, everyone. It's your favorite Magister Artium. Uh, and yeah, today I want to talk about what are the humanities really good for. Um, and I know, um, this is kind of a very topical video, I feel, because as of right now in the United States currently, and I would guess, um, not too much longer in the rest of the developed world, although I do think it's happening already. Uh and also my sweaty pits are on screen. What's up? Nah. But a lot of humanities programs are getting defunded, philosophy departments, English departments, and you know, um what is it really for? What is it really for? Now, you know, to be honest, I'm not gonna give your standard like, oh, it'll make you a better, more informed person and blah blah blah, liberal and conservative dialogue. Even though most of that dialogue seems to take us in circles, um, and always seems to somehow justify the rule of the wealthy. Um, no, that's not what I'm gonna be. Um, democracy splaining your ears off about. um, rather, I think the humanities are important in a much um broader sense. I think they're important because in a world, and once again, I mean, full disclosure, I'm a romantic, kind of philosophically speaking, not like in the colloquial sense. Um and um in a world that's becoming so dominated by technology, I think that the type of thinking that the humanities and humanistic thinking really is good for in our post truth, sort of society where once again every man is kind of his own like island, where, or I should say every person is kind of their own island. They believe what they want. No one can agree on anything. Um except of course what a cloud brain tells them from a data center probably thousands of miles away. uh but yeah, I mean, obviously ethics is never gonna go away, right? And the ethics of AI and stuff like that, regardless of how much the tech bros want us to not even think about it. Trust me, bro, Skynet is gonna be goaded, bro. Trust me. Just sign away your entire life and privacy. Please, bro. Trust me, bro. Um, to a digital diabolos. um, um, but you know, it's oftentimes those with humanistic training that are the best equipped to fight misinformation, of course, and disinformation. Of course, we're all human and it's gonna trip us all up at some point or another, but it's like, that sort of perspective that you get when you study uh a humanistic discipline is very different than, and I say this as someone who has studied advanced math. Not a lot of it, but I've studied some of it at the graduate level. Like, we're talking like the beginnings of non-Euclidean geometry and stuff like that, where I actually had to do proofs of Lobachevsky and whatnot, which was ironically also part of my humanistic discipline, but they forced us to explain stuff, which was pretty cool. And we talked about the philosophy of a non Euclidean world, what that would mean for um math itself and stuff like that. And the humanities allows you to dig deeper like that. Now, you do have to be somewhat committed to like actually using it for good, because to be honest, a lot of the no Germans guys, a lot of them were had literal doctorates in humanistic discipline. I'm pretty sure even Gobbles did. I'm pretty sure had some sort of PhD in a humanistic discipline and stuff like that. So I'm not an idealist at all. I'm not saying it's the only thing, but like, I really do feel like, once again, the English majors, the philosophy majors, the art majors are gonna be um the ones to really be on the forefront. I think they kind of already are, of fighting against the excesses of the current incarnations of AI that we have now. The issue is they barely have any capital to really influence the people in power to take a look at it. But even so, I think history will vindicate us. Let's just put it that way. Um in the meantime, guys, just keep learning as much as you can. Keep fighting, keep critiquing. All right. See you. Bye.